Good morning, everyone. We are in the compiler designing section, and now today we will discuss about grammars. So, we already know what is grammar. In every language, we have grammars. The grammars define some specific rules and regulations for this specific language. But here, the grammar is which gives the syntactical definition of a language is called a grammar. A grammar is defined by four tuples like as vn, vt, s and phi. Here vn means the non-terminals, which are the not the last symbols, because terminal means the last symbol and non-terminal means the not last symbols. And here now vt is the terminal symbol, so which is the last symbols. And now s denotes the start symbol. Here the s denotes the start symbol, and the phi is a finite number of relations. So here are the four tuples of grammars. We can again have a look at vn, vt, s and phi. Vn is non-terminal, vt is terminal, s is the start symbol, and phi is the finite number of relationships. Now moving on, next, production. A production or production rule in computer science is a rewrite rule specially for a symbol substitution that can be recursively performed to generate new symbol sequence. If a production is A to B, then A can be replaced by B. Production is nothing but a output or a result. Now, this is the most important things in compiler design, which is classification of grammars. Here are the four classification of grammars: universal grammar, context-free grammar, context-sensitive grammar, and another one is a regular grammar. Now, universal grammar, it have no rules and restrictions. That means every grammar you can say as it will be as a universal grammar with having no rules and regulation. Now, context-free grammar contains only production of the form it represents. It will go from A to B, where A is greater than and equals to B, and where A is a length of A. Then the terminals, that which is the vt, may be exits in the left side. This is the most important point in context-free grammar, that the terminals are on the left side. For example, we can see that s denotes as A, S, B and C. Here we can see that A is an terminal and it is on the left side, and here X is also an terminal which is in the left side, and here Y is a small letter which is in the left side and denoted as an terminal. So you can see in this section that all small letters which are denoted as terminals are in the left side, which is the main rule of context free grammar, which is the terminals may be exist in the left side. So this is the example of context free grammar. Now moving on to the next, context sensitive grammar. Those rules are always ready for all the grammars, and in the second line we can see that left side never contains a terminal. That means left side cannot have terminal symbols. If the left side have terminal symbols, that it will cannot be a context sensitive grammar. Now moving on to the next point, at the right side terminals may be prefix or postfix. We already know what is prefix and postfix. Pre means the previous element and the post means the next element. So the last point we can read again and have a clear idea that at the right side terminals may be prefix or postfix of non-terminal. Non-terminals are capital letters and terminals are small letters. So capital letters can have prefix or postfix small letters around them. So that can called as a context sensitive grammar. Now the examples: S denotes as X, C and X. Here X is an small letter, that means which is a terminal, and C is a non-terminal, which is denoted that the prefix or postfix of non-terminal. Here X is postfix and here X is prefix between the non-terminal C. And in the second example, here X is prefixed and here C is postfix, and here is the only one element, so this is also considered as a context sensitive grammar. Now moving on to the next, which is regular grammar. In this condition we have no terminal may be exist in the left side, which is very important part. And then the another point is right side of terminal may be prefix of the non-terminal but never be postfix. It means that here S is a non-terminal and X is here prefixed. In the next example, C is here, sorry, B is here a non-terminal and X, C, A all are prefixed. A is here a non-terminal and A and C are prefixed, and here is only one element. So here we can see that all the elements which are terminals are only prefixes but not postfixes. If the all the elements of non-terminals are prefixed, then it will called as an regular grammar. If they are prefixed and also postfixed, will known as a context sensitive grammar. And if the terminals are on the left side of non-terminals, then we can consider it as a context free grammar, and no rules and regulations are for the universal grammar. Hopefully you understand the grammars. Thank you.